everybody, the collection of custom cars here is absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, I've been to so many shows, but this takes the cake for so many custom, luxury, beautiful cars, absolute show cars, all in the one place. So I'm just gonna keep walking around and show you guys some more of the Bluegrass custom cars here, World of Wheels. And as I was telling you, some of the friendliest people, I mean, everybody's friendly here in the car shows. But some of the best times I've had has always been with the Tri-5 crowd. And you yourself, you've got a 55.
I do. I've got a 55 Bel Air.
55 Bel Air. And how long have you had that for?
I've had it about 5 years now.
5 years. Did you restore it yourself?
No, I bought it pretty well done. Yep. And I've done a lot of separate little things to make it your own through the years. And it's a constant process. You're always doing something to the car.
And did you always want a 55 or did you just stumble on it?
I stumbled on it, but yet I always wanted a 55. It's one of those years that kind of stands out.
So I've been told.
Yeah.
So I'm expected to see you at the Nationals, the Tri-5 Nationals.
Yeah. Already got the hotel room, already got our numbers for the reservation, so
you're all set.
Well,
I do hope to run into you, but today here you don't have the 55, but you've got Cindy's car here. What have you got here today?
I've got a 68 Camaro convertible. It's freshly restored. It's surf blue with a brand new 350 in it, 325 horse, Power Glide automatic.
Freshly restored, it's very fresh. Now Cindy was telling me exactly how many days has it been since?
Well, we still were working on it the night before we brought it out here.
Wow.
That's a constant process again.
Of course.
The paint on it is about 6 weeks old.
Okay.
And the top on it is about 3 weeks old. Top was just done. And again, you're constantly putting finishing touches on the car, getting it done.
Of course, of course. And how bad was the state of the Camaro?
It wasn't bad. We restored it back about 30 years ago. Did a fresh up on it, kind of repainted it, got it back on the road again. My wife and kids drove it, and it needed some touch up done to it. And rather than just touching it up, we just decided we'd go through the whole thing. It's made a major change over there.
You've done very well, and Cindy told me that she chose the color, which is just, I mean, I love it. I love this, especially this blue with the white. It just really
pops.
It just pops. And the interior is pretty much all original.
Original interior. It's got what they call a deluxe interior. Basically, what that entails is more of a deluxe door panel, a little bit different seat panels to it.
Oh yeah.
Fresh carpet.
Beautiful. And you're competing in a class here today?
Yes, we're in convertible, I think it's called custom convertible.
Custom convertible. If you are a car owner, all the best in that.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to meet you, and I hope to see you on the show.
We'll look you up.
Thank you. Take care. You having a good time?
Lovely. You?
Oh, yeah, mate. You're on Rana's radar. Have you seen the channel?
Excuse me?
Have you seen the channel?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
What channel is it?
Rana's radar.
She's from Australia. Listen to her accent.
Hi. Yes, it is.
How you doing?
Good, good. You having a good time?
Wonderful time.
Well, you're all on Rana's radar.
Well, thank you.
Don't break that camera.
She's Australian.
I'll give you a card. So you know I'm going to get attracted to big blocks like that. Beautiful blower you've got sitting there. Tell us, what have you got behind you?
It's a 74 Camaro, got an 8-point cage, all autometer gauges. It's a 454 D-stroke down to a 427, 871 BSW blower, or BSD, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, and 2 850 Dominators on top.
And did you do... It's the speakers again. Did you do all of it yourself?
I actually bought it out of a storage unit a couple of years ago and took it all apart and redid it. I did build the motor for it. It was originally a purple car, but we redid the paint and everything.
I love the paint. There's a lot happening there with the paint.
Yeah, it kind of went with the old 80s, kind of almost the mini truck stuff, but it's got shell casings in it. And
it's great tape work, isn't it? Did you do that yourself?
a friend of ours did it.
Nice.
Dallas at Digital Effects.
Very nice. And I love it how it goes all the way down the door panel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. Let's look up here closer. Look at that. Now you guys should know that I love these big blocks. Honestly, they stand out. They just make the entire car scream at you. Hood Rat. And the color, there's those multi-colors. I don't know exactly if there's a term for it or not, but I love it. It's purple, it's blue, hints of green. It's absolutely brilliant. 74 Camaro. Gary, tell us about Hood Rat.
So, I grew up downtown. Kevin and I grew up down, we're literally on one side of the tracks is one thing, and the other side of the tracks is a little rougher. And I moved out to the country, and everybody always called me the Hood Rat because I grew up downtown.
Okay.
So it kind of just stuck with me. There's actually a little guy on the back that's got all the same tattoos and everything that I've got.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
So what have you got on your arms? Let's see that.
So it's all just car stuff. Champion spark plugs and 502 because you got to represent where you're from. Just
beautiful. And now you've got this at the back there as well.
Yes, ma'am. That right there.
All right. Let's go and have a look. I'm actually going to step out here and give you guys a look at the car as well from a distance. I love when people personalize their cars, and I'm going to try and squeeze in here, but it's that personalization that really gives it and makes it your own. You got Ratfink here with the exact same tattoos. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. Hood Rat Gary.
That's right.
Love it. If you're going to do a car, you got to make it your own. say, Tim, this is obviously brilliant show car. Now, why don't you come here, and first thing I want to know is the engine you've got here, beautiful, clean firewall. It just makes it complete, doesn't it?
Yes.
Stands out.
So we just tried to make it real clean when we were building it. It's a LS3 with a Tremec 6-speed in it, I'm sorry. And
That's from Phytech.
we just tried to make everything real compact and clean in it, yeah.
And in order to do that and get this awesome, neat look, what have you done here at the front?
Okay, so we bent that on a brake and then rolled it through a bead roller to make these designs in it, and then hole punched the holes in the front
To get the air in.
to let air in.
That's what's hiding all the other components.
That's
of.
right. Yes, ma'am.
But it's been done really well.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
And it's the way you've done it, you haven't given it any grooves, so it kind of complements that block. As you can see, like it really just flows, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, we flattened this out, the paint out on this, just to give it another dimension.
Yes.
And, so yeah, it worked out real good.
You've done it well. 66 Nova, what did it look like before you got your hands on it?
It was rough. Yeah.
How rough was it?
Well, this is the only original part. The door is the only original part left.
That's it. Everything else has been
Everything
replaced.
else has been replaced.
Wow. And that was because it was rusted, or was
Yeah,
just...
it was rusted out. Yeah. So we handmade the floorboard.
Do you mind if I
No,
go?
you can go ahead.
The door is original, otherwise everything else has been handmade.
That's right. The interior was done by a guy named Steve Holcomb in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, my town. Wow, these interiors are just... The first thing that actually caught my eye, I was walking by this section before, was the interiors.
Yeah.
And that color with this blue,
My wife picked the color combination out, and then the blue stitching was her idea also. So
the smart lady,
Yeah.
she's got good taste.
that's right.
She's got good taste, because this is just... Now, what is, it's been restored back to the way it would have been in 66?
Oh no, it's full custom.
Full custom. Okay, so what have we got here, Tim?
So it's just got air conditioning. It's got a coated digital dash, and then of course the radio.
And what is the steering wheel? What steering wheel is that?
That's a billet specialty steering wheel,
Okay.
to match the wheels. Same style as the wheels.
Oh yeah. Wow. And how long have you had this for?
I've owned a car since 1989.
Okay, and where was it sitting with...
We drag raced it, and then it sit for a long time in my shop. And then in about 3 years ago, we started restoration on it.
So now you're telling me that you were drag racing this Nova, which then explains why that was the only good part of the car left. Everything else was done.
Yeah, it was rough.
Wow. And how long did it take you to restore everything?
3 years.
3
It took
years.
3 years to restore.
And you said you have a shop. What's your shop?
No, I don't have a shop. I did it over at a buddy of mine,
Okay.
Andy Higgins Body Shop in Columbiana, Alabama.
All right.
So that's where it was done, and that's where it was painted, and then we sent it to the interior shop.
Any plans for drag racing this now in this
No.
condition? No. I had to ask. Wow, look at that. I'm loving this color combination here with the tan and the blue. And your setup, sir, just complemented as well. I mean, everybody's done so well with their setups. It's just beautiful. And what class are you in today?
What class?
Yeah,
Street machine,
street machine.
65 through 70 something. I can't remember. 60s.
In the 60s. And that block again, what was that?
The what now?
The block under the hood.
Oh, it's a LS3.
LS3. Okay. Also, you've done very well. 66 Chevy 2. It's a Nova. Clarence. What's?
Yeah, we named it Clarence. There was a friend of mine that was helping me on the car, and he had a heart attack and died. So we named it Clarence.
That's so nice. That's really nice, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. Beautiful 60s Mercury here. I mean, the paint job is just brilliant. I came up to Frank and I said, this is a beautiful car, and he put out his hand for donations. This cost you a fair bit?
No, not really.
No. Tell us about your car, sir.
Well, it's a 60 Mercury. I bought it about 4 years ago. It was original car with 48,000 miles. It was all black.
All black.
It was supposed to be a 6-month project. It took me 4 years to get it like this.
Fair enough.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Now you came from a black to this color here. Where did you get inspired? Where did the colors come to you? How did you think about this?
They're just going around there all the time.
Okay, fair enough. Brilliant. It took you 4 years. And were you looking for a 1960 Mercury, or how did you come across it?
Yeah, I have been, not beating the woods, but
Yeah.
I've been looking for one for about 20 years.
For 20 years?
I said if I ever came across one,
Yes.
I would try to buy it, but they're very rare. You don't see them very often.
And were you looking for one because they're rare, or any other reason?
I always liked them. I was
Okay.
15 years old when this came out,
There you go.
and I just like it instantly. I liked it. So
That's the car you wanted.
yeah,
Well, it is just beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love the colors. They're so bold. It's striking. And the thing about the Mercury is just the length. Have you done anything to the body line of the car?
the body line.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's original. I just took the emblems off,
Yes.
the hood and the trunk, and that.
Because you've given it a more smoother finish by taking the
Yeah.
emblems off.
Clean look.
Yep. And what about under the hood? What engine have you got there?
It's a 312 original engine.
Original engine as well. Wow. Wow, that is awesome. And can we have a look inside?
Sure.
I like that shifter. I'll let you open the door.
Well, you can get in there.
Very nice. Look at the size of these doors. So is this exactly what, of course the colors are different, but otherwise this is original?
No, it's mostly, well, you can see the knobs, they're custom 50s
Yeah.
accessory, and the floor shift, that's an accessory. And
But what about the actual dash and the and steering
dash
wheel?
is original, yeah,
That's
that's the
what I
way
thought.
it is. Steering wheel,
Yeah.
it's just been pinstriped, and then this material here is 50 style custom material.
Very nice.
I left the original door panels here.
Yep, I did notice that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take away from the look. We can still see it's an Impala. That's awesome. And are you participating or competing in a class today? Which one is that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's
They haven't come around to tell you yet?
Yeah. Mild, hard top, conservative.
Conservative.
I don't know.
I don't know about you, but I don't see conservative when I see this.
I don't know how they come up with it.
Look at this, even at the top here. Look at that. Oh, that's brilliant, Frank. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
10-ish thousand miles on it.
Yeah, I read that, but the thing that fascinates me, come over here, and you've got 1964 Ford here, original engine, and Ma'am was just telling me it runs really well.
Yes, very good. It's got a Ford. It's a 260 automatic, single shift Ford-O-Matic transmission, all original.
I love finding these classics.
These
that-
things look like the original shocks,
Yes.
even from '64. One of these days, I'll change them.
Well, why? If they're working fine,
Yeah, right,
why?
right, right.
Yep, why? What's the
Yes,
need for
yes,
it?
yes.
But the thing that I love about finding classics like this, and this was like when I found the 42 Ford Mercury, is that they're still running. The engine is good, it still runs, it's still drivable. It speaks of its durability. It speaks of, you know, the quality of the time. What was your name, sir?
Roger.
Roger.
Yeah.
I'm Rana.
All right, Rana.
Nice to meet you.
This car was made on March 24th, 1964 in Lorain, Ohio. I worked at an assembly plant. I hired in there in 1973,
Oh, wow.
and this is a little sentimental to me because my dad had a 65 Comet, and the dashboard in this is the same as that, and I was like 9 years old, 8 or 9 years
And
old.
you remember that dash?
I would sit in there and play, like
Yeah.
pretend like I was driving it, and so this kind of hit me in the heart. a
I
little
bet
bit.
it does,
So,
of course. This is amazing. You
Yes.
worked at the same place
Yes.
that this car was built,
Yes.
and not only that, it's got the 65 dash,
Yes.
which signifies with your dad. We're going to have a look inside that dash and have a look at it, but
Absolutely.
this is where you've kept it really well. Of course, it's an original engine, but
Thank you.
in
And
addition to that, you've kept it very clean.
Yeah, the air conditioning works fine. This is the air. I mean, they're starting to crack. Pretty soon I'll have to change them out. But everything else works. And you be careful when you stick your head in there. You want it.
That'll go right
That's
through
a
your neck.
vampire weapon right there.
That'll go right through your neck, and
Right.
I love the flag underneath.
Oh,
Well
thank you.
done.
Yeah. I never did get around. I was going to put 1964 Ranchero on in white letters on it. One
Yeah.
of these days I'll get that done.
It looks good. It complements the paint you've got. Did you paint this yourself?
No,
So
it
you
was
bought
already
it?
done.
Okay. It's a very nice paint. You've got a two-tone red and black Ranchero. Beautiful.
And open it up. You got to zoom in on my little.
Who's it? Oh. You've got the
My little devil,
You've
you
got
know.
the vampire stake up there. You've got the devil's hair on the knobs. All right.
I need the angel on the other side, so you know what I mean.
So it balances you out,
Right,
you know?
right.
So all your days are balanced. So this is a 1965 dash.
Well, it's a 60. Well, no, it's a 64 dash, but I mean, it was the same dash
As they had in
that I played, but it's all original. It's a 64 everything,
64.
and that's the air conditioner there in the center with those 4 vents.
Oh, I haven't seen one like that. That would give out a fair bit of air.
Pardon?
That would give out a fair bit of air.
Oh yes, and it is a small compartment, so it doesn't take much to cool it down. But
Yeah.
and of course the interior has been redone. I don't know who did it, because it was done whenever I got the car. But it's very, very nice, very nicely done.
That's beautiful. And the pinstriping, because you got this, you mentioned 6 years ago you bought the car.
Yeah, about 6 years ago. Yeah.
So there's plans that you might have some changes done to it in about 6 years' time.
Maybe so.
Maybe
I was
so.
just telling Frank because he's my neighbor.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, I would like to lower this like he's. I think it would be cool.
It would be very cool to
And then
know.
if I was really going to get rattled, I'd like to chop the top.
Yes,
That would
sir.
really make it hot rodish.
Oh yes, I agree. That would, to lower it and then chop off a little bit of the top
Yes.
and put a big block under that hood.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like a 302 or
Yeah, oh,
something.
100%.
With something with a little thump.
Yep, yep. I'd go as crazy as 425.
This wouldn't hold it.
No, you don't
It
think
might.
So? I
Oh,
think
you'd
it
have to
might.
you'd have to beef it up. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But that's my 2 cents. I appreciate that.
Ronna, very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Likewise. So what's your name?
My name is Michael Weathers.
Michael Weathers, and how are you enjoying today's show?
I am loving today's show. It's
Yeah?
beautiful cars out here.
What's your favorite here?
Probably the GTO.
The GTO, okay. That's on the other side?
It's actually right down, probably the third car for me in the front row.
Okay, well, I haven't even got around to this, so I'll be sure to check it out.
Yes, ma'am, please do.
Yeah, you're just spectating today? You don't
Yes,
have one
ma'am.
here?
I'm spectating.
Enjoy yourself. This
Yes,
is amazing,
ma'am.
isn't it?
It is. It's beautiful out here today.
Oh, wow. Take it. All right, so first, please introduce yourself and then tell us about your 34 Ford. Is it yours?
It's not mine, it's my dad's.
Okay.
We picked it up back in, I think, March of last year up in Detroit at Gray's Garage.
Yeah.
A little bit above Detroit. I think it was, well, it doesn't say on there. I think Dearborn, maybe, but...
And was your dad looking for a 34 Ford?
Well, he has a 32, and he saw this on Instagram, and he went up to Autorama
Yeah.
in Detroit. He saw it up there, and he fell in love with it. So,
And
we
what
love
about
it.
what about you? You like the
Oh
early?
yeah. I mean, I grew up in a '69 Chevelle
Yeah.
as a kid. You know, I've spent my weekends at car shows.
Yes.
And you know, what's better?
And what was your name again?
David.
David. Now the awesome thing about David, see, I was walking by and checking out the 34 Ford. I love the black, it's jet black, it's striking, it really stands out. David comes up to me and says, the man that boxed the kangaroo. And I was like, yes, I know that guy, Clay. So Clay's friends with your dad.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I just met that bunch back there as well. What was your dad's name?
Steve.
Steve. So Steve's here as well, and they were there at the Tri-5 Nationals in Bowling Green, where Clay told the awesome story, one that I find so humorous, and every time I watch it, I always laugh. And how he boxed a kangaroo for when he was in high school, I think it
Well, it's insane.
How many times have you heard that story?
I've heard it all my life, so I don't
But
know.
it doesn't get old.
Numerous times. It doesn't get old. I mean, it changes almost every time, but
It
gets
changes.
better every time.
It gets better, and his enactment of how he tells the story, you know, and his expressions, that is just awesome. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad you pulled me aside and you told me that, because like I said, I was just talking to Steve, and they were like, you know, you remember Clay? I was like, of course, how could I forget the man that boxed the kangaroo? And you've got Steve's 34 Ford. He's all the way over there. We're not going to tell him to come over here so he can get a nice surprise when he sees this on the channel. Now, David, what is your favorite classic?
My favorite classic? Well, I have a 65 C10.
Oh, nice.
So I'm kind of in love with trucks, but my very first car was a 75 Cheyenne.
Okay.
That kind of ended bad. I hit the telephone pole, totaled it. But, I mean, I like them all.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
And with your C10, I'm going to ask this personally for myself, what have you done to it?
I painted the roof. I put some new mirrors on, just the basic stuff.
Just the basics.
Whenever I got it, I had painted bumpers. I didn't really like those too much, so I put chrome bumpers on.
You're keeping it to that classic look?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, the C10s are nice. I like them too. Well, it was awesome, and it was nice to meet you. So, yeah, well, hopefully we'll run into you again.
All right.
Take care. All right, everyone, beautiful 65, is it 65? No, 67 Super Sport Chevelle behind me here. Green or black, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna ask the owners here. I've got Anthony and Tiffany. How you guys going? Okay. Guys, tell me now, this is brilliant, a full frame off restoration. And you both have done this together with the help of your dad as well.
A lot of help from Dad.
A lot of help from Dad. But I love that you've been involved. I love it when ladies get involved. So tell me, before it looks the way it looks today, which is brilliant, what was the state of this? How bad was it?
It actually wasn't that bad. It
Okay.
looked okay, and then we decided we're going to redo it. And when we stripped it all down, it was a lot worse than we thought.
Rust-wise?
A little bit. Everything from the doors back got cut off. New truck pan, new quarters. Pretty much everything from the doors back cut off.
Wow.
Everything else stripped down to bare metal. Any rust was fixed. And me and my dad did all the body work, all the metal work, and then we dropped it off in pieces. It got sprayed. We picked it up, put it all back together, and over the years we did some little updates here and there.
It looks amazing. And how did you come across the 67?
My dad had one when he was younger.
Yep.
He wrecked it, so he was always showing me them. We were at a car show. We seen one that was for sale, and I said, I gotta have it. And that's what I got.
Nice, nice. Absolutely love it. And what is the color?
PPG Jet Black.
Jet black.
Jet Black.
Wow, so why am I getting hints of green?
I think it's the sunlight and all the other things, but it's pure black.
It looks good in both ways, honestly. Now, Han, tell me, what did you do?
I helped with some of the body work, and I hand painted and helped paint the motor and all that stuff, and did some work on the dash, and just helped out wherever it needed to be, clean up and that kind of stuff.
But you actually helped with the motor, which I absolutely love, and it excites me so much when I see ladies getting in there, especially under the hood, in the engine. what engine do we have?
It's a 40 over 402, which makes it around a 410 cubic inch big block, backed by Muncie 4-speed.
Wow, that's amazing. And now they're doing this. Is there another project? Do you see guys?
Yeah, eventually. We want to do an old truck.
An old truck? What truck would you do?
Probably mid-40s, late 40s Chevy truck. That's what we want next. So.
No, absolutely awesome. Let's have a look inside. And what have you kept original?
The interior is mostly stock with a few upgrades.
Yeah.
New tilts, new pedals, everything's just been restored and cleaned up. The body is actually all stock, but what gives it a different look is the suspension. It's on air ride, full ride technology.
It's on full air rides. I hope that my audio is not getting distorted, guys. We have Elvis in the back singing. Guy's awesome, but his speakers are also very loud. So I don't have my mic with me today, and I hope you all got that. It's on air rides, full suspension air rides, which just completes the body line of the Super Sport. I mean, you guys, absolutely brilliant. And how long did it take you?
The bodywork and paint, it was down for about a year and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. But then, like every winter we do some type of upgrade. So like one winter we did all the suspension.
Yep.
One winter we pulled the motor and rebuilt it. So
nice.
We've had it now for 18 years.
18 years. So for the first 16 years or so, it was exactly the way it was, and then you guys just started to redo it?
Actually, it's been painted now for 12.
Yeah.
It's looked like this for about 10 years.
Do you wrap it in cotton wool, or
No,
I mean, it looks
we
like,
drove it here.
Excuse me, it looks like you actually drove it here as well.
Here.
Yeah. Wow.
It'll be driven home tomorrow, whether it snows or rains.
Love that. If you've got it, love it and drive it. Now you said that everything from the back seat you had to redo.
Pretty much. So all the quarters got cut off. All this got cut off. The tail panel got cut off. The trunk pan, all of that got redone.
But you still were able to maintain the same body line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. Love it. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. You know, one of the other best things about these car shows is you never know who you're going to run into. And look at this. Yeah. I've got Randy here, and he's got his camera on. Randy, you've got a channel. Tell us about that.
Yeah, mine's a little car show. I kind of do what Brenda does, but she does more interviewing than I do. And
you just take better footage of the cars in the shows.
I do probably a lot more footage, but she does a lot more interviewing. And but it's nice to be here with her and everybody else. There's a lot of other YouTubers I've seen here, and we've had a good time today. So
it's been a lot of fun. Everybody, do check out the Old Car Show YouTube channel. Randy's been at this for 20 years, and he loves his cars. He knows his cars a lot more than I do, but we're all here, we're all having a good time here at the Kentucky Exposition Center for the Bluegrass Custom Car Show.
And to my people, check out Raina's. Hers is Raina's Radar, and you can find her on YouTube. And she does the same thing I do, except she gets a little bit more detail with the people. And
we have
check
a few
her out.
laughs, and we have a few jokes, and I make a few mistakes, but you know what? It's all fun.
That's right.
All right, thanks for that, Raymond. Nice to meet you.